Hello, I'm Nabila Houti. I'm your Miss Cosmo Singapore 2025, and I'm honored to be able to platform my initiative through the Green Summit. A lot of people ask me why I'm so involved in sustainability and climate action, and my answer to them is always we're not just saving the planet or the trees, which is already important enough, we're also saving the people on it. Usually, the marginalized and low-income communities are often the most affected by the effects of climate change. As we can see recently in our region, a lot of these communities are most affected by natural disasters, which are exacerbated by climate change. So even though they contribute least to the problem, they are most affected. Their lives are uprooted overnight and their entire lives change because of this. That's why it's important to remember it's not just about saving the planet, it's also about saving the people on it. Plastic is a very tricky subject. Not only is it the most produced material in the world, it's also the most non-biodegradable. They're designed to last hundreds of years. On top of that, data shows that only 9% of plastic waste was recycled in 2024. That means 91% of plastic waste wasn't recycled and was left to fill up the incinerators, landfills, our oceans, our rivers, and even by the side of the road. However, this is not just due to a lack of effort by government bodies or organizations. This is because of the existence of non-recyclable plastic waste, which is why I came up with the initiative to carbon trap non-recyclable plastic waste into construction-grade eco-bricks that can be used in any construction projects, be it residential, office buildings, or even to pave roads. This special formula can also be used to build things like statues, structures, any structures that traditionally use a cement mixture. Eco-bricks already do exist, but they use recyclable plastic. The pressing issue is the 91% of non-recyclable plastic that are taking up space in the world. Financially speaking, this idea actually reduced the cost of producing bricks because part of the brick is plastic waste. The cost of materials will be slightly less than regular brick production. And as for funding, the construction industry is actually one of the biggest contributors to climate change, which is why there are many green schemes and funds to help green building initiatives like mine, and also for waste management initiatives. Because of the big amount of funding opportunities and also because this doesn't require any special design or much difference than regular brick production, I know this is a very feasible and doable idea. Just like how these bricks will lay the foundation of a greener future, I do believe that adequate planning and having a solid supply chain will bring success to this idea and impact the world, because from roots, we lead.
Hello, good afternoon to the esteemed panel of judges and all my Miss Cosmo delegates, the media and the Cosmo staff. Thank you for allowing me to present my idea today. I'm Miss Cosmo Singapore, Nabila Houti, and being a Singaporean, we love constructing new stuff. We love our buildings, our skyscrapers, our towers. Do you know that Marina Bay Sands, our iconic hotel, has now a fourth tower in construction, which is really funny to say because yesterday I wore it in my aoyai. But basically, that construction comes with a cost. It comes with carbon footprint, and that's why my idea is about green building to tackle that. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys, but we might have to keep using our flimsy, soggy paper straws because plastic recycling is not as effective as you might assume. In fact, only 9% of plastic waste was recycled globally last year in 2024 and has only been in single digits all this time, which I know is disappointing, but don't worry, I have a solution. So the reason for this is not because of a lack of effort by organizations or government agencies. It's actually because of the existence of non-recyclable plastic waste, which is a huge problem. It takes up, of course, 91% of non-recyclable of plastic waste is non-recyclable just last year, and this year is actually projected to be below that, maybe even 8%. So we're not making a good mark. We must explore new solutions to tackle this issue. So my mission through Plixel is actually a circular economy, which many of you guys might know of. It's actually this ideal economy where materials are actually injected back into the economy instead of turning into waste, we reuse them to make new products. So for me, I'm reusing non-recyclable plastic waste by carbon trapping them in construction-grade eco-bricks that can be used in any construction projects. So what is the use of it? It diverts non-recyclable plastic from the landfills, incinerators, or even by the side of the road, and we use them to make the building blocks of the future. Again, they can be used in any construction project. They're not just an eco-brick, they're a perfect alternative to traditional bricks. So on top of just contributing to climate action, this actually also increases the value and dignity of waste management jobs, which are often looked down upon and undervalued and underpaid. So these are some pictures from my testing, which is done at Nanyang Technological University in Singapore and endorsed by some professors. So yes, they are tested completely. They not only meet but exceed the regulatory policies for traditional bricks. So they are ready to be used. We have tensile strength, compressive strength, and they are strong enough to handle the stress of a construction project perfectly. So they don't compromise on quality of traditional bricks. These are some data that we have from our research. I know that it's hard to read that probably, but don't worry, it's all good stuff. I can promise you that.
Time's up. Thank you so much for your presentation, Miss Cosmo, Singapore.
Thank you so much.
It turned for Q&A section.
Oh, don't worry, ask away.
I'm so invested. I'm like, oh, okay, eco brick. Right. So, just a simple question.
Yes.
We talk about so many pro of this eco brick. Now it's time to face the reality. What's the con?
Okay.
What's the catch?
Being very honest here, I
Yeah.
think the catch for eco-bricks in general is that people are worried about microplastics seeping through when they are used in construction projects. So in our project of Plixel, there's actually a competitive landscape slide that I didn't manage to show, and we differentiate ourselves from other eco-brick companies. Not only do we use non-recyclable plastics, which they don't, they use recyclable plastic. We also have a special formula, a special ingredient made by my sister Yasmin, which actually allows the microplastics to stay, and it's a coating outside of the brick that allows the microplastic to not seep through. And on top of that, that is actually not true. It's not as easy for microplastics to seep through the bricks because actually bricks are the internal structure in any structure because outside of that there are panels. So bricks are mostly a filler in construction projects, not really the structure itself.
What about the cost?
The cost. Okay, that's also another slide about the financial projections. The cost for the first year, because we have just completed our testing, prototyping stage, my request for funding for the first year, and we might break even in 12 to 18 months, would be 70,000 for the material cost and 70,000 US dollars for the material cost for the first year before we test out the efficiency of the process and figure out the specific unit cost of each brick. But yeah, it's 70,000 for the first year and including labor costs because we intend to actually implement this idea in Southeast Asia, and we have calculated the relevant costs needed.
Well, you have mentioned about the strength that it's not compromised with the normal brick, but how about, is it flammable? Like, please educate me.
Flammable.
Yeah.
Yes. No, it's not actually, because when it mixed with other ingredients, the plastic is actually replacing sand, not the aggregates. And the aggregates are, sorry, let me think. No, they're not flammable based on our testing. I would love to inform you more of that by showing you our research after this, but my plain answer right now is no. Yes.
Is there any other questions?
No? About that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much
for
for your
giving me this honor.
performance, Miss Cosmo, Singapore.